has been more disturbing reports concerning the novel coronavirus outbreak as the death toll in Italy has surpassed 230 as of today. This has led the Italian government to lock down some 16 million people. Meanwhile, in Kantipur, China, a hotel facility being used as a quarantine center has collapsed, trapping at least 40 people. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. NCP leadership faction says the Secretariat's decision to appoint Bamdev Gautam as National Assembly member will be reviewed. Secretariat member Pokhrel says the decision of inter-party faction unacceptable. As many as 166 development projects prioritized in the 15th periodic plan. Government hopes to generate 40,000 employments from 18 projects. Italy to lock down at least 16 million people in the region of Lombardy and in 11 other provinces. A hotel used as a coronavirus quarantine facility in the Chinese city of Kantipur collapses. And defending champions Australia and India gear up for the ICC T20 Women World Cup final today. The match set for 1:45 p.m. kickoff. Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Ishwar Pokhrel has said that the decisions taken through inter-party factionalism against the spirit of the party unification would not be acceptable to the leadership. Minister Pokhrel, who is also a member of the party secretariat, added that the secretariat's decision to make Bamdev Gautam as a National Assembly member can also be reviewed. Our correspondent Dashrath Rai talked with Minister Pokhrel in line with this political development. We have the excerpts.
राष्ट्रिय सभाको सदस्यमा कसलाई पठाउने भन्ने विषयमा यतिखेर पार्टीभित्र विवाद चर्केको देखिन्छ। पार्टी सचिवालयले गरेको निर्णय कार्यान्वयन हुन्छ कि हुँदैन?
के हुन्छ भने पार्टीले संस्थागत गरेका निर्णयहरू कार्यान्वयन हुन्छन्, नहुने भन्ने कुरै हुँदैन। तर कुरो के हो भने कुन निर्णय कसरी कस्तो परिस्थितिमा भयो भन्ने बारेमा छलफल हुन्छ। निर्णयहरू पनि त्यसको पनि समीक्षा हुन्छ। हाम्रो अन्तरिम विधानमा हाम्रा निर्णयहरूमा के भनेका छौँ भने सहमतिबाट मात्रै सबै कुराहरू निर्णय गर्ने हामीले यस बीचमा यो अन्तरिम अभ्यास हामीले गर्दै आएका छौँ। यो अन्तरिम अभ्यास भनेको के हो भने महाधिवेशन नहुन्जेलसम्म कमसेकम हामीले यो अभ्यास गर्नुपर्छ भनेर गरेका छौँ। यो निर्णयको सन्दर्भमा पार्टी अध्यक्ष प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूले त्यसमा कतिपय कुराहरू आफ्ना भनाइहरू राख्नु भएको छ। अब निर्णय कसरी हुन्छ भन्दा या त सर्वसम्मतिले हुन्छ या बहुमतबाट पनि हुन्छ। त प्रधानमन्त्री पार्टी अध्यक्षले नै कतिपय कुराहरू रिजर्भेसन राखिरहेको सन्दर्भमा त निर्णयहरूको बारेमा त समीक्षा पनि हुनसक्छ।
त्यसो भए उपाध्यक्ष बामदेव गौतमलाई राष्ट्रिय सभामा पठाउने बहुमत सचिवालय सदस्यहरूको
हामीले त तपाईँ
निर्णय चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन हुन्छ,
सहमतिका साथ मात्रै निर्णयलाई अगाडि बढाउनुपर्छ भनेर भन्दै आयौँ। सहमतिका साथ मात्रै निर्णय अगाडि बढाउने भन्ने हाम्रो एउटा घोषित निर्णय हो। त्यो भनिसकेपछि अब सहमतिका साथै गर्नुपर्छ। सहमति यदि विमतिको कुरा हुन्छ भने त्यो निर्णय आफैमा फेरि रिभिजिट गर्नुपर्ने विषय पनि हुन्छ नि।
तर यस बीचमा पार्टीका शीर्ष नेताहरू नै कहिले भैँसे पार्टी भेला कहिले खुमलटारमा जुट्ने काम त भयो नि त।
एउटा ब्रोडर डेमोक्रेटिक एउटा स्पेस भएको बेलामा यो नेता त्यो नेता भेट्नुहुन्छ, अब निश्चित विषयमा छलफल गर्नुहुन्छ, त्यसलाई अस्वाभाविक मान्नु पनि हुँदैन। तर यो नेपाल कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीभित्र कसैले छुट्टै सरसल्लाह गरेर सन्दर्भ समूह बनाएर पार्टीको संस्थागत निर्णयमा प्रभावित बनाउन खोज्छ भने त्यो कुनै हालतमा मान्य हुँदैन। म त तपाईँको यो कार्यक्रम मार्फत भन्न चाहन्छु, यदि कसैले संस्थागत निर्णयलाई प्रभावित पार्ने हिसाबले सन्दर्भ समूह बनाउँदै कुनै अलग ढङ्गले गतिविधि गर्न खोजियो भने त्यो कसरी मान्य हुन सक्छ? मान्य हुन सक्दैन।
The government has prioritized 166 different development projects in its 15th periodic 5-year plan. The projects are bound to help boost the national economy. However, the grounds for the project's implementation are deemed as feeble. The government has determined 22 among the 166 projects as national pride projects, while the National Planning Commission has prioritized all 166 projects in the 15th periodic plan. Likewise, 9 public-private partnership projects have been given priority in the periodic plan. The government has termed projects related to forest, education, land, agriculture and women, among others, along with Digital Nepal and National Identity Card as having potential for the national economic development with the capacity to generate 40,000 employment opportunities. The projects included in the government's previous policies and programs and annual budgets too have been enlisted among what it said transformative projects without even assuring enough budgets for them. A majority of national development projects have merely added to their state expenditures while failing to live up to their deadlines. Analysts are of the view that merely prioritizing the projects on paper without addressing the problems in line with their implementation would not pave way for national development. A project aimed at constructing a roadway parallel to the Prithvi Highway has been stalled due to the ongoing dispute on compensation. Prithvi Highway is one of the means to connect Kathmandu to other parts of the country. However, even the feasibility study regarding the construction of 92-kilometer road section along the bank of Trisuli River up to Narayangarh, which corresponds with Prithvi Highway, has failed to move forward due to the compensation dispute. The government has stepped back from the project under World Bank's assistance as the compensation amount has been anticipated to be higher than the government's projection. The total compensation amount is yet to be determined as the geographical study of only 22 kilometers road section has been carried out so far. The study has been stalled due to indications that the total compensation would significantly exceed the government's expectation. Moreover, questions have been raised regarding the necessity of the road section across Trisuli River, taking into account the Bara-Nisgad fast track and the proposed international airport. Many national pride projects as such, including Budi Gandaki hydropower project, have not resulted in desired development due to dispute on compensation. Experts are of the view that the overall national development would continue to be affected if the government is not clear on the policy and practical aspects in line with the compensation. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Italy is set to lock down at least 16 million people in the region of Lombardy and in 11 other provinces in the north and east of the country. The mandatory quarantine will last until early April. The dramatic escalation in the country's efforts to contain the new deadly coronavirus will close gyms, pools, museums and ski resorts. Italy is Europe's worst hit country and reported a steep rise in virus infections on Saturday. The new measures, which also apply to financial center Milan and tourist hotspot Venice, could take effect as early as today itself and will last until 3rd of April. People will be told to stay home as much as possible, and those who break the quarantine could face 3 months in jail. The death toll in Italy has passed 230, with officials reporting more than 50 deaths in 24 hours. The number of confirmed cases jumped by more than 1,200 to 5,883 on Saturday. Elsewhere, Iran has confirmed almost 6,000 infections and 145 deaths, and the number of cases worldwide has passed 100,000. A second MP was reportedly among those to have died in Iran, where health officials fear the number of cases may actually be much higher. There have so far been nearly 3,500 coronavirus deaths recorded worldwide. The majority have been in China, where the virus originated in December. Meanwhile, about 70 people were trapped after a hotel being used as a coronavirus quarantine facility in the Chinese city of Guangzhou collapsed. State media says about 40 of the 70 have been pulled from the rubble of the 5-story Xinjia hotel. And in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of the highly remote Chumnubri rural municipality what's their take on their place development. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
बाटो नि छैन, बिजुली नि छैन,
केही पनि छैन नि पानी नि छैन
विकास गरे छैन एकदम समस्या छ के छ अब गाउँमा पारेरी मान्छे पनि छैन हामी गाउँतिर के छ यो बाटो पनि बनाउने छ केही पनि पर्ने छैन
खाना पानी पनि राम्रो छैन अनि गाउँतिर अनि के रे यो सबै गाउँ तनाहरू यो पनि बिग्रे भएको छ है अहिलेसम्म खानासानाले पुगेको छैन
शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य छ कर्मचारी छैनन् बाटो हिँडेर आउनुपर्छ टेक टाढा केही छैन
पहिलाभन्दा अलि राम्रो भएछ तर पहिलाभन्दा धेरै राम्रो विकास गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ बाटोहरू पानी राम्रो छैन अनि बिजुलीहरू राम्रो छैन
We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. What's your take on large-scale development projects being suspended due to compensation issue? Your options are option A, lack of development-oriented mentality, option B, no compensation policy, and option C, states helplessness. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Australia will defend their Women's T20 World Cup title against India today, with organisers aiming to break their record for the biggest crowd at a women's sporting event.
She's played that well.
The four-time champions are the heavy favourites going into the final, which is being held on International Women's Day, with India making the maiden appearance. However, India were the only team to beat Australia in the group stages, claiming a 17-run victory on the opening night of the tournament. More than 75,000 tickets have already been sold for the finale at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The record for a women's sporting event is 90,185, achieved at the Football World Cup final between United States and China in California in 1999. Australia began the tournament as favourites, having appeared in every final of the competition since 2010. However, it has not been straightforward for Australia. They were undone by India's bowling attack in their first game, and they have since lost a star all-rounder Ellis Perry to injury. Pace bowler Megan Schutt excelled in the semi-final against South Africa, while captain Meg Lanning has been an immovable rock, scoring 116 runs in 4 innings. But India are probably the most improved side in women's cricket, with their bowling attack spearheaded by diminutive spinner Poonam Yadav. They have an explosive opening partnership in 16-year-old Shefali Verma and Smriti Mandhana, while pace bowler Shikha Pandey returned to form at the start of the tournament. The record stands in Australia's favour. The hosts have won 13 of their 19 T20 meetings, but India will take heart from their opening night performance. And time now for our special segment, Around the World.
Mainland China, the origin of COVID-19 that has caused global health panic, has been able to control the rising number of cases within its region. However, elsewhere, the number of deaths has been escalating. On 7th of March, 49 people died within 24 hours in Italy, which was the largest daily increase in fatalities since the outbreak began. The death toll in the country has crossed 197 as of Saturday. Meanwhile, Japan is preparing to host the Tokyo Summer Olympics as planned. Amid speculations, the Games would be postponed because of the coronavirus threat. However, the Olympic torch handover ceremony in Greece on March 19 will be held without children due to the virus, as will the arrival ceremony in Japan on 20th of March. Originally, around 140 Japanese school children were going to travel to Athens to take part in the handover ceremony on 19th of March. Hundreds of people protested on Friday against Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's upcoming visit to Bangladeshi capital, Dhaka. Protesters gathered around the National Mosque after Friday prayers and then proceeded to march through the city's streets, chanting slogans and beating effigies of Modi with their shoes. Local media have estimated that around 5,000 people participated in the rally. Modi is scheduled to visit Dhaka on 17th of March, but recent communal violence against Muslims in India has sparked calls for the visit to be cancelled. Last week, at least 44 people were killed and hundreds injured in the worst communal riots in Indian capital in decades, triggered by clashes between supporters of a new citizenship law and those against it. Muhyiddin Yassin, backed by the corruption-tarnished former governing party, was sworn in by the king as the new Prime Minister for Malaysia. The appointment comes in less than a week after the unexpected resignation of Mahathir Mohamad plunged its politics into turmoil. 94-year-old Mahathir had dominated Malaysian politics for decades. He described the appointment of Muhyiddin as illegal and a betrayal. He vowed to seek a vote in parliament to challenge Muhyiddin's support. Mahathir, who was the world's oldest elected leader, had returned to power in 2018 in a coalition with his old rival Anwar Ibrahim. This is Sarah Sapsanama for Around the World and Kantipur News Desk.
And before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. NCP leadership faction says the Secretariat's decision to appoint Bamdev Gautam as National Assembly member will be reviewed. Secretariat member Pokhrel says the decision of inter-party faction unacceptable. As many as 166 development projects prioritized in the 15th periodic plan, government hopes to generate 40,000 employments from 18 projects. Italy to lock down at least 16 million people in the region of Lombardy and in 11 other provinces. A hotel used as a coronavirus quarantine facility in the Chinese city of Quanzhou collapses. And defending champions Australia and India gear up for the ICC T20 Women World Cup final today. The match set for 1:45 kick-up Nepal time. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.